with.
Let's get into it.
We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about R.Kelly.
Oh, Robert.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna talk about Robin.
I probably need.
Take a sip.
She was like, so.
Hey, I was just about to ask you when we're gonna talk about it. A woman's perspective too, Kim. And we got a woman's perspective.
There's a lot of.
Yeah.
Ah, shit is real.
We ain't gonna write no notes.
Let's get into it.
Okay, y'all. So
Boy, they've been waiting on this.
we have a problem, Houston. We have all. It depends on how old you are, where you come into this story. I am a woman of a certain age, so I've just always been aware of this situation that's been going on. So my perspective is definitely going to be different than y'all's. But everyone was talking about surviving R.Kelly. Did everyone see it before I started talking about it? You saw it?
He's a wild boy.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Raise your hand if you saw it.
That's
Because
a
I
wild
just want to
boy,
get it.
bro.
Everybody have.
Wild boy.
Okay, right. So the victims of R.Kelly sexual assault all came out on this platform. And if people aren't aware, there is a protest going on of R.Kelly, and it's called Mute R.Kelly. Of course, I'm a part of it. They say.
Kim, how many boycotts are you part of right now?
I think 3.
I like that though.
Not
active?
a lot. But they started going to R. Kelly's concerts and protesting or whatever.
Are you serious?
Dream Hampton actually produced this, who is a black woman.
Okay.
So
She has a pretty name.
there's 4.
Did Woody Williams have anything to do with this?
Wendy Williams and Charlemagne and Big Les and John Legend and Miss Info. These are all
Why they
people
going
that
so hard?
commentated on just what was going on because
Yeah.
of in pop culture, everyone played a part in this, and that's what I'm gonna get to.
That's fair.
So R. Kelly,
He nasty, man.
he victimized a lot of little girls
Yeah.
and a lot of middle-aged women. He's a predator. He's a predator. And so everyone sat down and told their part of the story of what happened to them, how they experienced him, how they met him, what he did to them. And it just got sicker and sicker and sicker.
Let me say this though.
Yes.
I'm not defending R. Kelly at all.
Please don't say what I think you're gonna say. Please don't say what I think you're gonna say.
When you watching this too, you got to take into account that the people that's making this documentary are trying to push their narrative. So it's not like it's a
Here comes the
two-sided
fragile.
thing.
I was telling Sid
No,
the same
I'm
thing.
not. I'm not
Yeah,
defending
I
R.
was
Kelly.
telling Sid the same
I
thing.
haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I'm not defending R. Kelly. I don't think that shit is cool.
It's a fair statement though.
But you still have to.
That's what
you
you're saying
can't
is
just be
fair.
biased.
Okay.
Because
What you're saying is fair.
If
Everything has a grain of salt
if
and goddamn think for yourself.
That's
right,
fair.
if you did something like, I can't just accuse you of doing something and not hear your side of the story.
That's true.
I can't just say that you
Okay.
guilty and not hear your side
So
of the story.
because you didn't see it, I'm not gonna.
You didn't see it either.
I did see it.
I thought you were talking about like.
Him actually doing what he was doing.
Oh no.
Besides the
but-
sex tape.
Okay.
Besides
Okay,
that,
so
yeah,
you
that's the
saw
only
it.
thing. That's the, oh
You
yeah.
saw- okay.
Yeah. I saw the tape.
The sex tape. That's-
Right.
Okay. There's numerous lawsuits.
Accounts.
There's people that have been paid, people that have been made to sign non-disclosure agreements, people that have been paid 6 figures.
Aaliyah as well, which is
He married a
documented thing.
14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
So when you say that argument, I have to come back with all of this stuff, and that's what this movie was about. It's like people sitting here telling you, nah, bro, this really happens, and this is what he does.
Straight up.
So I was reading.
And it was done by a black woman. Go ahead. I'm just trying to say that. Go ahead. You read what?
Hey, go in, Steve.
I was reading a basketball player's book named Karan Butler.
Yep.
And he was saying how like his grandma and mother got married at like 13, 15, that type shit. What I'm saying is.
And how old are his grandparents? Because we don't do that anymore.
Well, actually, my grandma, she got married at 15.
Yeah, but
So-
so back in the day, they did that because they really didn't have education like they do now, and so
Talking about like the color purple.
True.
they didn't have education.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that, Lou. That's a good point, bro.
What is the point? I don't. What?
I'm saying.
I'll let Steve say it first.
But to say what you were saying back in the day, they didn't because you couldn't get an education. So as a young woman, they reared you to have a husband, because that's who was going to end up having to take care of you. It was just a different time.
Was that good? Was that like that was acceptable? Like, do you find
It was.
Do you find like you can cope with that, but you can't cope with?
At the time, it was socially acceptable, but I didn't live during that time, so I don't know.
Are you like? Do you like? Oh, that's cool, but it was just a different time.
Well, slavery was a different time too, and I don't think that. I'm just saying, like, I don't try to rationalize what they did back then because it was wrong.
I'm talking about 30-year-olds with grandmothers like that. So we talking about like 70,
The 40s.
70.
Okay,
80,
so we talking about like.
Or 60
The
still,
40s.
honestly.
I'm saying like they got married extra young.
Yeah.
So are we frowning upon that too? I'm asking.
Yeah,
I'm not taking sides.
yeah. I think
He
that,
said I'm asking for a
I think
friend.
that
That's
I
it.
think that back it was wrong because back then a woman never got a chance to decide what she wanted to do with her life, even though because the laws didn't permit women to work or own anything,
Mm-hmm.
they really didn't have any other option but to do what a man told them and wanted them to do.
Yeah.
So it's a different time, and as when I say that, I mean you couldn't as
But
a
you gotta
woman
think,
do
too,
anything
but you
except
gotta-
have a man's children and
I
live under
agree.
his
It
roof.
was a different time, but that time has taught that mindset for the future generations.
Okay,
You
so
feel me?
wait a minute. Let me just break this whole
Even
situation
on
down.
shit like
Every-
simple shit like spankings or whippings or whatever.
That's generational.
That's passed down through slavery.
Shit.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Family
saying,
debt is
I had
generational.
an older girlfriend.
So-
When I was in 10th grade, I had a girl in college.
Okay, she was in college. He was
That's still
37.
that's still too old
he
though.
was-
That's still too old right there.
That's perverted.
He's a minor. He's a minor because at
so
10th grade
when
you
you're-
at 16? You was 16,
I'm not- like
15?
I said, I'm not defending this shit.
But he's just saying
this is-
it's been
this
happening.
is- This is what I run into every time I bring this up, and I've been seeing this all up and down my timeline. Where's Hugh Hefner's biopic?
No,
Where's
Harvey
where's
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Louis
We
C.K.
do tear our people down, though.
That's what I'm saying. Louis C.K.
Even for you to even keep saying that it was made by a black woman, like we do tear our people down.
First of
We
all, all those people do have one, and if you
but
want to
is
watch
that narrative the same?
it's the same. If you,
But
It's
ain't
not.
never- Well, I ain't never heard no.
First of all,
This nigga Hugh died as a legend.
He
these
did.
people-
My understanding.
These people.
That's fair. Man.
R. Kelly is not gone to jail. So why everybody is
Harvey
saying,
Weinstein
but-
hasn't either though.
But he's finished.
No, he's not. And see, Kim, all right, and me and
I don't
Sid.
even care. Fuck Harvey
No,
Weinstein.
but hold on, wait.
Fuck Harvey Weinstein.
But Kim,
I don't want to talk.
here's the problem,
this is
though.
what I'm saying. We're not doing this. No, because y'all are blaming the victim, and that's what everybody's doing.
Not at all. Not at
Here's
all.
what I'm about to say,
Y'all
Kim.
are not.
No,
I
Kim.
haven't heard none of y'all say how fucked up this
I didn't
guy
say
is
anything yet.
All y'all
No,
saying
I didn't- we
is
I didn't say
said,
anything
That
yet.
shit ain't right.
fucked up,
No,
but
no, no.
So is,
Ken,
like
Ken.
we want to talk about how fucked up he is.
And here's
how
what I'm saying.
He preyed on young women.
Yes.
And women that had families that would take money for whatever.
Yes.
And older women that, and it's not like he preyed on just young girls.
What was the leader's
For the-
parents?
Where was her parents?
They actually signed off on the marriage.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Where
we
was
talking
her
about women that
parents?
had choices.
Everybody,
That's true.
Everybody's story was different. He's a predator. He finds the little crack in the wall.
Manipulates you.
He finds that,
And
and
Kim,
everybody had a different
the
crack.
insecure women,
Some
I
people's,
understand
some
that.
people's parents were not paying the attention that they needed to pay attention. But
Haven't-
whose parents do think their 14-year-old is going down to the courthouse to chill with R. Kelly? Like nobody thought that.
Haven't we seen
Everybody.
this?
Yes. And Kim,
Haven't we
here's
seen this before?
No,
though, this
their
storyline before, though?
their signature.
Kim.
No, somebody, you didn't see it. When somebody forged the signature.
His assistant.
His assistant forged
That's right.
the signature on their marriage.
His
license.
assistant did.
So he's the new
Everybody's
Bill Cosby.
thing is different.
Yes,
he's
he
the
is.
new Bill Cosby.
He is right now.
He's the new.
He is
He's
right now.
never been. He's always been Bill Cosby.
O.J.
to me.
Simpson?
He's
Yeah.
always been.
He's the new O.J.?
He's always
He's
been,
been-
a creep to
he's the
me.
new
And see,
OJ?
Kim,
He's always been a creep to me. These record companies, RCA is still. He still has his record
Did you see
deal.
Dr. Dre and
beating up on
beating up
Michelle.
on what's the girl?
Michelle,
Why
I think.
haven't we discussed R. Kelly yet?
No, because Kim.
Have you
Kim.
noticed that I started talking like 5 minutes ago and nobody's addressing it? Because he's fucked up and y'all keep bringing up everything else but him.
It's just funny to me. I mean,
Why is it funny?
Because everybody knows.
First of all, this has been going on since
When
the
Dave
90s.
Chappelle made the joke about the remember everybody started talking about
Transgenders.
When he pissed on
when he
her,
pissed on the girl.
that
Oh,
was
yeah.
never
Or whatever.
that wasn't never funny. If
It was
you
never
think about
funny.
it.
It was
If you
never
think about
funny.
it, that was never
But it was
funny.
like y'all really. I don't care what age you is. You let
See,
somebody do that to you.
that's what we learned this week. That's what we learned this week. You know what we learned this week? We learned how everybody feels about black women, even black men.
No, you see, Ken.
And that's fucked up.
I'm gonna say this, Ken. Hold on,
That's fucked up.
Ken.
You didn't. Everybody's like, well, even if you, no matter how we slice it all comes back on us.
I got you. Hold on, Kim. I got you, Ken.
Because it's like a little thing now, like
Me
every
too
week,
shit.
Me too.
Some shit comes up about
Somebody.
Oh, he did this. Oh, he did
And Kim,
this.
look,
Oh, he did this.
I don't
Oh,
think
he did
me
this.
personally.
Is that not a coincidence?
Me
Yeah.
personally, I haven't seen anybody saying anything bad about the victim, and not really defending R. Kelly. Is more of like, let's do it across the board. If you're gonna do it for one person, let's
You
do it
gotta do
across
it.
the board. You
And
feel
see,
me?
Kim, agreeing to everybody else's point. And look, before I say anything, R. Kelly, I agree with you. He's disgusting. Everything he did was completely wrong. All that I'm saying, and I guess everybody else as well, is we got people like Harvey Weinstein. We got people like Louis C.K. that masturbated on a woman in public. Like, and we have these influential white men that even if Harvey Weinstein is done, he still owns all his publishing. He owns half of the film companies in Hollywood. He is a multi-billionaire, and they still got to go through him. People like R. Kelly, he's
Okay,
done.
let me ask you about
I
Harvey
think the
Weinstein.
issue is
Can I
more
ask
of
you
we
about
turned on
Harvey
our own
Weinstein?
community.
Exactly.
I think that's more the issue.
Exactly.
We're not condoning
Exactly.
what R. Kelly did. We
Exactly.
turned on our own
I'm gonna
community.
get it right. What did you
Yeah.
talk about? But you can't use the black woman card because, and I'm speaking for mostly all black men. Like 95% of us feel like when a black man goes to mess with a white woman, or he's
a
with
sellout.
a white woman, he's going to her because she'll let him do whatever he want to do. White women are way
Okay,
more. So our vision of white women are way more sluttier than black
Listen,
women.
we're not-
So you
I
can't
mean, he's
use
speaking
that and say that. That's the truth.
Listen.
It's
Yeah,
the
he is.
truth, though.
Yeah, he's telling the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
Easier.
With a black
Yeah.
woman,
She
you
easier.
have more of a resistance, and with a white woman, she's gonna let you be.
Because
So-
really
Why
she's
is
like
that
infatuated
going
with
on
you.
right now?
It's completely different. No, because Kim,
I love my black women.
Kim,
This week, black women
But,
had
hold
to
on.
fight off a man at McDonald's because no one came to help her.
And we with
Then
it.
we came on and we told you how this man took us fucking hostage and had us peeing in buckets. And still, nobody is saying, "Damn, man, let me."
And that's not the
Everybody's like,
case.
"Oh, but."
No. And look, Kim, listen, Kim.
No, fuck that.
No, Kim, I promise
Fuck
you.
that.
Kim.
He's bad.
Kim,
He's
here's what I'm
bad.
saying,
He
Kim.
needs to be
You
in
absolutely
jail.
right, Kim.
He's
Kim.
always
Kim,
should
we're
be
not
in
saying that
jail.
you're wrong. We just want you to see the whole picture. Like,
All right, so look, Jay Black's point, everybody else's as well, especially as black men, it's chess, not checkers. So right now, everybody's infatuated with this Me Too movement, which is cool, but at the same time, right now, think about all the black people that's tearing R. Kelly down, which we should, but my only thing is, when it comes to our people, we gotta stay consistent. So the same energy that we're applying towards R. Kelly with the hashtags, watching his docuseries, why not we had John Legend do this, we had Charlamagne, all these high people in Hollywood for this one documentary. Why not?
Shit about Harvey Weinstein.
Haven't done anything about Harvey Weinstein, which was before this and longer. We got Louis C.K. We have a whole crew of people.
Plethora.
Hugh Hefner, Kavanaugh. Like, all these people have been doing this for years. White men have been. Hold on.
At the end of
And
all
look,
this, there's still black victimized women.
yes. And look, not just that, who has victimized black women the most besides black men? It's been the white men that's empowered, that's been raping people. And look, R. Kelly's wrong. We should deal with him, but also we got to stay consistent.
We have
to.
I think that's the thing. We're not saying
Okay,
that
this
we're
was
not saying
one docu-series by one producer. There's several that are.
But
out there.
what
If
we're
you want
saying
us to
is,
talk about-
yeah.
if you want to talk about Harvey Weinstein,
R. Kelly is an easy target, bro. He's an easy target, bro.
Just like Dr. Dre. Just like Dr. Dre.
That's what I'm saying.
Just like Dr. Dre, when they made Dr. Dre look like a monster, that's just one version of it.
Right.
You know, I don't just say, "Oh, Dr. Dre's a monster for beating."
after
up."
one
Like,
Lifetime
okay.
movie.
back to the black women thing. Like, if the
No,
black,
Kim,
why-
hey,
if
just
the-
trust us. I
Why
promise you.
would a black woman want to tear down a black man? You said a black woman made this documentary.
Right.
Why is she going out her way to tear down this black man? This black man, like, we gotta look at all sides.
And look-
Like, I'm not, like I say, Kim, I'm not saying you're
What do
wrong.
you think-
I'm
But
not
he's just
what-
saying,
So-
stay
so you
consistent.
think-
You gotta
so
stay
you guys
consistent.
think that the documentary
And we been
should have?
Yeah, like everybody already knew this. Like, this isn't any.
Chocolate factory. I know.
No, I never liked R. Kelly.
She probably got a
I
vendetta.
never liked R. Kelly.
She
I
probably
never.
She probably got a vendetta towards
I think everyone should.
And see, Kim. And look, Kim. Also, look. Think about this.
like
Bill
R. Kelly.
Cosby.
No.
Bill
Like, I
Cosby.
never liked none of his music.
Nothing about him
never
ever
stepped
turned
in
me
the name of
on.
love.
No.
The lies.
Just like I always told my
I
parents.
understand that you're not fucking with him right now, but you still.
I
like,
never
y'all-
liked R. Kelly. Nothing. First of all, I'm way older than y'all. So when he came out, I was really into hip hop. and a dude with a leather
bump and
a
grind.
leather vest and a cane and his little whack
Bald
ass
head.
shades, he never turned me on. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those women that thinks that it's cool that he reminds me of a like. I'm not into emotionless sex. So telling me you want to fuck me because I remind you of a car, that didn't turn me on. None of that. I didn't like none of his songs, his lyrics, all of that. I understand that musically.
What song you didn't like?
I'm not saying
Shut
that
up.
musically he can't create.
Yeah, come on. You know that you sung that at least one time. You don't like Space Jam?
Look.
Come on,
exactly,
bro.
exactly.
Come
So,
on, bro.
This is
on.
what's been going on for the last 20 years. Everybody thinks it's funny. This is why the black women
We don't
aren't
think it's
being-
funny.
but look,
This is why the
I'm
black
again.
people. This is why the black women aren't being heard. Everybody thinks it's funny. Everybody thinks it's cute, but somebody's daughter is being held hostage,
Which is
in this
disgusting.
man's house,
It's disgusting.
and everybody's laughing at her because black women are looked at as a joke.
No.
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because we've been talking about this for the last 15 minutes. And anytime you say R. Kelly, y'all be like, yeah, and then the next thing that come out your mouth is but. No.
You think
this
we defending
man-
him? We're not defending him.
This man-
I'm just putting black women. I'm just putting black women in.
Gotta
the
stay
category for
consistent.
you
There
in our
are
mind.
several different issues we have to deal with here. First of all, child molestation on his end and
Disgusting.
on the children's end.
Yeah.
Hurt people.
Yes.
No one
He was
ever
molested
dealt
as
with
a
the
child.
fact that this. So black mental illness, that's a thing. We're not dealing with none of this.
Child molestation in the
when
black
somebody-
community is a real thing.
When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. This man
Oh,
told
easily.
you over and over again what he was into.
He
how
said he was the
perverted
Pied
he was.
Piper
Let me
of
ask you this.
R&B.
Let
He
me
said he was
ask
the
you
Pied
this.
Piper.
Was R. Kelly the only person that did this?
Oh no.
Okay, to that point.
But
so
that's
hold
what
on,
I'm
to
saying.
that point. So why didn't she make a documentary off
About
this whole
men in
entertainment
general?
industry?
Everybody
Men.
in that documentary told on themselves, and everyone should be held accountable from the.
And that's what we're
assistant
saying.
Why is R.
to the
Kelly the only
parents.
target? And that's all I'm
If you
saying.
watch the documentary, if you really watch it, you'll see that there's not one person to blame. A whole bunch of people are to blame.
But the black man had to take the fall.
He's
Right.
not taking
It's what
the.
He
he's
is
not
taking-
in
I mean,
jail yet.
he the
You
face.
know how
No,
many times
not
he got
take the
over
fall.
from
But the
court?
black man had to be the face of it.
His image had to
Is
be.
what you saying?
If you watch it, there's so many faces. There's the face of the
But
black
no,
mother.
I didn't watch
the
it.
face of the
All I
black
know is R.
mother.
Kelly is the face of it.
Everybody ends up losing in this scenario.
But I'm saying R.
The
Kelly
mothers,
from
the
a person
fathers,
that didn't
him.
watch
But
it,
but at
R.
the end of the
Kelly
day,
is
up
the face.
top,
God.
R. Kelly's first. And look, also,
This man never went
but
to jail yet, and y'all still saying he's losing.
but
We're
Ken,
not
here's
talking about R. Kelly being right or wrong.
It's
We
the
just
whole
talking
thing
about
as a
the
whole.
the whole
Because
picture.
I got daughters or whatever, but I'm looking at it like my daughter would never be a part of nothing
Everybody
like this.
says that, but guess what? Unless you, I'm a parent, and I have a grown daughter, and through her teenage years, I couldn't wait till she turned 18. Not because I was wanting her to be grown, that too, but because I knew any bad decision she made was on me up until that point.
right.
So these parents,
It's on
are to
them
blame
because
too.
So
you
look,
remember
But-
look at the age.
But
Look
you
at the
can't-
age
you
of them.
still can't blame the parents because once she got into the care of an adult, it was that adult
Up to them to take care of that person.
to say no.
See,
I feel
that's
you.
why I said
So-
the structure.
That's when you have a strong community. When you know as a grown ass man, you 27, you're not supposed to be fucking no 14-year-old.
And look,
that's
Ken.
what I mean about community.
Okay.
Because even if you have a daughter, unless you live with her, which I raised my daughter on my own, but a lot of men I'm hearing talking, first of all, you don't even have custody of your daughter. So you don't know where the fuck she is, okay? Let's talk about that. Second of all, when you got a teenager, this one girl, I was blaming her parents, but she was dead set on going to see R. Kelly's trial. She went out her house every day and went to this man's trial and was determined to meet him. And so he met her and he scooped her up. Each scenario is different. Each scenario has a different reason to not blame, but a different tragic circumstance, which in each circumstance, it all comes down to a black woman. Whether it's R. Kelly's mother, because he was molested as a child, him
Right.
and his brother, whether it's the children that were out in the street going to see R. Kelly while their mothers were working as a single mother, then we have those issues to
Yeah.
deal with. Then you have the parents that the father took the daughter. Now this is in 2015. Now who didn't know not to fuck with R. Kelly then?
Yeah.
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He took his daughter to the concert.
Yeah.
Like everybody's scenario is different, so everybody has a part that they play. But at the end of the day, when you come face to face with somebody that is underage as a 30, a 40-year-old man, because he was 27 already when he married
was.
Aaliyah, you have got to say to yourself, what is mentally wrong with this person
Yes.
that he thinks is okay to have sex,
Consistently.
pursue teenagers?
Now, Ken.
It's because the parents.
You gotta look-
I have a 12-year-old daughter. She'll be 13 in February on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And if they take the pattern that I'm taking, that won't happen to their daughter because I have a limit on my daughter. When my daughter turns 18 and she goes off to college and I send her off to college or whatever, I'm just being real. Y'all might not like how I come out, but this is how it is in my mind. The pussy guard is over.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
If she gives it up,
because she's gonna do what she wants to do.
I've
bro.
been in college. I've been a football player.
You know how it
I
is.
know how it is when
Yeah.
you get the new
But
freshmen
these
coming in
kids weren't.
and
He
they get wild.
He didn't start messing with 17 and 18.
But you said 14. My daughter is 12 and be 13. You think I'm finna be having anybody come around her? I'm gonna be in her pussy.
A grown man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they should have. That's what they should have did. But they was too busy.
Some of these parents was watching. What's the name of that movie with the blindfold? Bird Box, because they act like they didn't see what was going on.
But they was
that's
on
what he's
drugs.
saying.
They was on drugs too.
Everybody
They
has
was
to be
on
held
drugs.
accountable.
They probably was on drugs. It was probably a
Some
whole
of
bunch
those
of stuff.
people would think they were helping their child because the
Ken.
child wanted to sing.
But look, this is where my issue rises. At the end of the day, feminism, especially like white feminism, mainly use the black community to do their own dirty work.
Yeah, that
So
I don't like. That
point of
I
this
don't
is
like.
Me Too movement. Me Too movement. As
Yeah.
as we see, they can just accuse somebody like Bill Cosby. Hold on,
I'm not a part
but
of me,
but here's what I'm saying. Even if you aren't directly part of it, you're still pursuing the same type of agenda where it's this blame culture. And I'm not even saying blaming R. Kelly because what he did was sick. But at the same time, we're over here bashing him. But we're just doing it because everybody is doing this at the same time. Like, it's trendy, bro. Hashtag surviving R. Kelly.
And trust me.
It's a hashtag.
And trust me. He
Yeah, like
loved.
we already knew.
Y'all
Bro,
giving
we
him.
knew that he messed. We have known for years that he has had sex with underage girls.
Okay, so on the other hand, when I'm saying everybody is at fault, and I'm blaming society,
Everybody is at fault.
society,
Everybody is at
because
fault.
When you buy his records and when you subscribe to his music, what you're doing is
Still supporting?
funding his legal team to help defend him from rape.
And that's a fair point.
You can't, but look, you can't say that because I argue with my parents all the time about y'all listen to all these oldie goldie 70s and 60s and those were the most messed up artists.
Yeah.
What they was
Elvis, and you know
let's
Elvis, he
keep
was
it all
married
the
to
way
Priscilla.
100
She was
though.
12.
On the percentage side, what percentage of R. Kelly fans are women? It's way more than men.
100.
That's facts.
we don't care.
That's
I
the women
said-
supporting
I
him.
said, at the end of the day, we are the cause and we are the victim. I said that from the very beginning. At the end of the day,
She knew this shit 20 years ago.
I did, but I never
Straight
fucked
up.
with him.
No,
I
for real.
never
Hey, that's
fucked
real. That's real. During the sex tape, when you saw him, like during the sex tape, we saw him. We saw it.
But I never fucked with him.
Yeah.
Right. I never fucked with him. Never ever.
But Kim, but this right here shows you because I remember as a kid we used to, and I'm just now 22, but when we were younger, we used to already know that he peed on a little girl.
Exactly.
So like we already knew this. Like we already knew this.
Middle school when the Chappelle shit came.
Right. Like we already knew this.
That's
This
why
isn't
I'm
new.
saying that's why I'm saying each scenario is different.
Right.
I'm more liable to blame. I blame a whole lot of things: mental illness, the lack of the attention that people
Of
are giving
course.
to being
Accountability.
being molested, accountability.
Yes.
But at the end of it all, each and every one comes back to us as the
Easily.
victim of black women, as victim and black women of being the funder of all this foolishness. That's where I was going with this.
And
At
Ken.
the end of the day, all the whole 360 comes. It all starts with us and comes back to us.
Easily.
Because he is the one that
He's the
we're
predator.
the fans. He's the predator, though.
Yeah.
But you can't blame anybody else but
So
him.
hold on. So let me ask you this: as black men, how should we have handled this situation?
That's a good question, bro.
A lot of black
Straight
men
up.
did this. Oh man,
No, I'm asking
I didn't
how should
know
we have
this.
handled, not what
Just
they-
be like, man,
Not what happened,
that's
how
fucked
we
up.
should, how we
Understand that black women were victimized and treat them as victims and not as like. But at the same time, like you said, we funded him.
So that's what I'm saying.
him.
How should we? You as a black
should
woman,
tell
how do
us? You should say to us, you know
Look
what?
at the bigger picture.
Y'all should not have funded him because y'all saw what was going on. Why do y'all continue to support this man?
That's what. Hold on, but that's kind of what we've been. Not really what we've been saying, but at the same time, you still not focusing on the victim. You still not focusing on us being victims. You still gonna have that rebuttal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Even if we tell you like, y'all, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have went over R. Kelly house. So it don't.
Nobody
matter who
wants
went
to
over
hear
there,
that
we
part
still
either.
victims.
Because Kim, one
No, you
thing
should.
as
You
well
should.
though.
You should because look at the message that we're sending to little girls by still.
No, and see, Kim, this is where the issue lies. When we try to tell girls, be careful. And me and Sid, we were having the same conversation, a black woman. And when the girl, she was like 18, right? Sid, when she was saying that she would get locked inside of his house, right? But, and Sid, she brought up a great point. She had the choice to keep coming back to his house. At the end of the day, she kept coming back to his house. So it's not like he forced you to come back to his house.
That's what I'm saying. Each
right.
one of those scenarios, if we go over
completely
it,
different.
it's completely different.
But
everybody has a different blame.
Now, here's the thing. Us as black men, and I think to answer Jay Black's question is what we can do. We have to teach young women that don't, or if you feel like you're in this compromising spot, talk to somebody. You can call a friend, something, but just don't, like, for instance, girl, she went over to his house the first time and he tried to have sex with her. So in that moment, you had a choice to say stop or I can leave. And I know for a woman that's completely hard.
But what do you think the end goal was?
Opportunity.
Their eyes were
Opportunity.
So my point is, but she had a choice to come. So she had a choice. So she had a choice to come over his house because she tried to get a record deal. Kim, at the end of the day, her going over his house late at night, she knew what she was gonna have to do. Just being completely real. Right. And that's my point. Everybody has to be held accountable. At the end of the day,
everyone has to be held
because
accountable.
here's the thing.
Even the parents.
She's a victim, yes.
Even the adult
but you got to be smarter.
Woman, and here's another scenario. One of the women,
and it's still sad.
The older woman was in her 30s, and she was like, I'd been married. My husband cheated on me. And, I knew how that was to be deceived. But this man was straight up with me and told me he had other women. So, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has a different, has to be able. So, okay, that's another thing. Most of these parents got paid money. Got paid in 6 figures to not say anything.
And that's on the parents.
Let me ask you this.
And that's on the parents. Yeah, 100,000, bro.
In the documentary, did any of these cases happen before he was R.Kelly?
No.
That's another point to look at.
One of the first victims was Aaliyah, and that was public. So it was like after that,
and nobody did anything.
Right.
But again, these girls, and not all, but some of these girls made that choice to consistently come back. Stars. Exactly. So here's my point: when you know, and I'm not saying all these girls. Yeah.
Everybody know they're not a fucking star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody can sing and shit like a lot of people can sing and shit. Everybody know they're not a star.
That's straight up.
But he was telling them that. He was telling
I'll make
them
you one.
Bro, if I'm getting paid 100,
he was
100,000 plus. Yeah.
100,000,
Yeah.
It stops all.
And see, and look, Steve, again though, like for
100,000 the opportunity.
But as women, but that's what we gotta stop doing as women, sending that message out, because we can't, as women, to be honest with you, if you have a daughter and you would not like to see her in a scenario like this, you can't be with your daughter and be like, yo, this is wrong, because a lot of these parents, like I said, the reason why it happened like that is because the parents accepted the money.
Right.
So at what point do you say it's okay to exchange your money for your integrity?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
At what point do you send that message to your daughter that it's not okay to exchange
sell
your
your soul
money
pretty much
for your integrity?
Yeah.
What point do you say that? Because you can't say that and be like, oh my God, R.Kelly, and then get in your car and turn on Cardi B and like, fuck him in, I get some money in front of your kids. Like, you can't do that. That's what I'm saying. I blame R.Kelly, whatever, but I'm also just saying there are some things that we can do that won't send that message to children.
That's what we're saying.
There's just some things that we can do.
That's what we're saying.
At the end of the day, we are the ones that are being victimized. And I'm not saying that he's not the one, because he is the one.
He is.
And he's the only one. Because at any point, that grown-ass man should have stepped in and been a grown-ass man.
Yep.
But if your child is given that opportunity, what are you telling them to do while you're not there?
Mm-hmm.
What are you telling them is right and wrong? Because you're sending them the wrong message if you sit there with a 13 and a 12 and an 11-year-old, because they think that if you fucking for money, that's cool.
I don't even think
that's the message. That's
I don't think
everything.
they looking at it like that. But you got to think of like the old saying, "The stranger with the candy."
Yeah.
If a stranger points up to a kid with candy, they gonna take it just because they don't know.
I'm trying to lure you in.
If this R.Kelly, this big mega star, telling this little kid
Right.
like, I can make you this.
I was thinking when I was
They
young,
gonna do the
I
same
was
thing.
looking at it and I was like, damn, when I was young, who could have got me like that?
Rakim. Like for instance, like if you met and look, you see your reaction like right now? That's my point.
Like Keith Sweat.
Yeah, Rakim, if you met him or something like that.
Yo, let me tell y'all
Yeah.
something. I never liked R. Kelly.
I just can't believe you ain't like
I
one
never
song.
liked R. Kelly.
Yeah, bro, I feel like that's a lie. You lying to me.
I liked
One song?
I
you like
one
Teddy?
song.
R. Kelly got hits on top of hits.
Teddy
You
Pendergrass?
Did you like Teddy Pendergrass? You didn't like Michael Jackson.
Keep lying about everything.
I didn't like Michael Jackson.
You ain't like Mike?
No. I liked Prince.
What's the
Okay.
one?
You like the nigga with his ass out. Shit get real like yo,
What's the 13 and good nigga?
Huh?
What's the 13 and good nigga?
KRS-One.
Hell yeah, heavy. But that's the type of dude. Oh wow.
There you go. What's up, Paul?
Anyway.
You are she the original brown sugar, yo. She the original brown sugar, dog.
Anyway. Hey y'all. Anyway, I never fucked with him, okay? So I just need I never. But see, that's just I just wasn't. I wasn't.
We gotta talk about that.
It's tough, Ken.
All
But
right,
I mean,
so-
at the end of the day, we just
At
gotta
the
have
end
the
of the
same
day,
energy.
Have that same energy for everybody.
That's it.
Don't support things that aren't supporting you. You know, that's always my message.
Yeah.
We got
And that's
D in the building. D, what you got to say
D
about R.
is in the
Kelly?
building.
What's your opinion on R. Kelly?
Miss D.
Cause she saying
Everybody should delete all his music.
Yes,
He
yes,
is a
yes,
scumbag.
Exactly.
All
Exactly.
right, but you see it now, so it's like it's no
Exactly.
more R. Kelly. Fuck
And we
him.
saw it- and we
Stop
saw it
listening
then.
to R. Kelly.
And we
He's
saw
a
it
fucking
then.
pedophile.
Yes.
what should we say about Teddy Pendergrass? He got put on Biscayne.
Transgender too.
Well, fuck them all then.
Right.
Him too.
Hey, we haven't had nobody on the playlist, bro. At all.
I never. I'm telling you, but you got to think about it. Like I
Jay-Z
said,
ain't have nothing to do with that.
Beyonce was young.
She was 22. We did
so
the
was
math.
Foxy Brown. So was
She was
Foxy
22.
Brown.
Oh,
How
trust
old-
me, we
who-
did
how
the
old?
math.
Yes.
But he didn't fuck with her till she was 22.
But wait a minute.
Exactly.
What about
We did
but what
that.
about Foxy Brown? What about when he was with her? How old was she?
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the problem.
But
Right there.
no. First of all, the legal age of consent in New York is 17. That's number one.
So
So
it's
if you
different.
had legal age of consent, that's different. But
Yeah.
what R. Kelly was doing was on some other shit. Like
Yeah.
you cannot compare what he was doing.
Nah, yeah.
to-
Right.
It was crazy.
He was
Right.
fucking with little
The
kids.
12-year-olds, yeah. 12,
Like, Leah
14.
was 14 when he started fucking her. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
come on now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I was
Sparkle's niece
saying.
was 14 years old.
Right.
This nigga was 27, 30.
Right.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Right.
But we still can't step in the name of love.
No, fuck
No.
that nigga.
No.
I literally deleted all his music off of all my
Thank
shit.
you.
Like,
Thank
literally.
you. Thank
I
you.
can see all the love songs, but stepping.
No.
I believe
That's the only
No.
one. That's what I told her. Hey, that's what we said.
There is
Right. And they said he would make them type of songs
Jay
to get
Black-
our community
That's true.
to
right.
like him back. So
right.
it's all a
He
manipulation.
manipulated you
That's right.
too, because you
That's
graduated
the
off
only
that
reason
song.
why he made them records.
That's right.
But that's what I'm saying. He finessed everybody.
We did Step in the Name of Love at our wedding, and I told Herbie to fucking erase that out the goddamn clip. I don't want it there no more.
Bust it. My whole thing is, when is it gonna end? Because we watch Pulp Fiction. We watch a lot of Weinstein shit.
That's
on
what I told her.
Netflix.
That's what I
It's
told
all
her.
tight, like.
Okay,
niggas
but
ain't-
can
It's
I?
everywhere. It's everywhere.
No, but first of all, Weinstein is the
Face
the
of
man
Hollywood,
behind
yeah.
it. You can't. The other people that acted in it ain't got shit to do with what he did. Cause that means you erasing their work. It's because it was his studio that produced
But
it.
R. Kelly,
It
he
was
wrote a
still
lot of
their work.
songs too, though, as well. He wrote a lot of hits. So, like, can we say since he wrote some of those songs too? Like,
I mean,
we
for
gotta
the
take
other
those
artists,
off?
First of all,
yeah,
okay,
I'm talking
first
of
about
all-
his shit.
First
So,
of
like,
all,
movies wise, when it comes to that,
we talked
like
about
Weinstein.
this before. We talked about how Atlantic has all these people doing monkey shit, and they still give them their record deal or whatever.
And they get arrested.
RCA has been funding R. Kelly for decades, and he
Still.
never lost his deal. They never, Chris, you know what I mean? Like,
He's
you,
a pedophile too.
not
but this is because there was an audience, there was a
Yeah.
demand. They only supplying a demand. We never stopped saying that we were gonna stop fucking with R.
Oh,
Kelly, so they
Ken.
never stopped providing us with his music. But that's our fault, and that's what I was saying. As black women, we were victimized because he's a predator.
Yeah.
And he victimized parents, he victimized single people, but he was also a victim himself.
Yeah.
So we have so many different issues that we need to deal with in the black community: black mental health, black adolescence, black sexuality.
Molestation.
But this has nothing to do with But this is. But we didn't bash him. We put the
Just
facts out
because
there.
he was abused don't make it right. Just
But
because he
but
was
Herb,
abused.
but Herb said the facts been out there.
No.
But
That's what I told her. We already knew
that's
this.
for us though. Our age. Our
No.
age knew that. These
But
young
did y'all
people
see?
don't know.
But did you see Tom? What Tom Joyner said? It is our us as a
Responsibility.
black people, because he's a black superstar. He made all these good songs.
So we have to
and
hold
it
him
goes back
accountable.
to the churches, like, believe in him, support him, don't turn your back on him. I told Herbie, like, to me as black people, you know what get me mad about us as black people? Like, he's sitting there saying like, "Oh, it's R.Kelly," and then he want to add in the Weinstein. I don't give a fuck. Weinstein
Thank
need to
you.
go down. R.Kelly
Thank
need
you.
to go down. We need to stop taking up for people just because they black.
But he wasn't trying to.
That shit should have
Yeah.
stopped with
Hey,
OJ.
I agree.
Because it ain't right. He
Only
shouldn't be
thing
fucking
is-
with people kids.
But
Easily.
guess what? Nobody is saying how he kept getting over and over and over. How they pushed that girl's trial back 5 years until she
6
was an
years.
adult. Like. He's
I agree.
been getting over. So everybody keeps saying, "What about such and
And
such?"
that's
What about
why he
such and
keep
such?
doing it.
But
That's why he
keeps
locking
doing
bitches
it.
up
Right.
now.
He's not even in jail now. So why are people saying,
Kim.
"What about Harvey Weinstein?"
No. Because Kim, here's why. At the end of the day, we gotta hold everybody accountable.
Everybody.
So,
But we are the one that created this monster. So
Who
we
is
are
we?
the ones, black women.
I mean, but like at the same time, still, like when we say what about Harvey or Louis C.K. or Kevin or whoever, we're not trying to compare and say, well, this person, that person. But at the same time, the same energy that we have towards R. Kelly, since we've been victimized as a people, we got to have that same thing towards the white person, the Jewish person, all these same people.
I
Because
believe they
because
need to go
because
down
only
too.
thing is, us as black people, we love to tear
But
each other
guess
down.
what?
But when it's time to actually gang up on a white person or anybody else, all
But
of us
no, but
get
look
scared.
at it this
though.
way. We are the ones that have built him up to this point where he has
Facts.
not been in jail
I
because we
agree.
continue to support him. So
I agree.
we have supported
By the
him.
way,
But-
Spotify streams right now.
But
you know
Kim,
his
white
streams, they
white
just went
people
up.
have too, because that's the problem. Once he crossed over, that's why these
Yeah, white
record
people,
labels
they like R.
be
Kelly
like,
as
yo,
well.
we don't care what he did.
But white
This
people
nigga
are
makes
not
too
the
much
ones
money.
that he's taking their daughters.
Yeah, it's business. That's what they look at him as money. Now
He's a
people gonna
cash
stop
cow.
fucking with him because all his shit been going down.
Nah,
Like,
because
he's
actually,
selling stuff.
his Spotify streams, they actually just skyrocketed and they went up. Yeah, so on Spotify, his streams actually just went up.
So that's just showing the opposite of what y'all are saying about us tearing him down. We actually been supporting this dude for 20-something years and continuing his career in spite of his right.
But people
Yeah,
been going
women.
back now, I think, to listen to the songs because they saying
Yeah,
with certain
see.
songs when he made
Right,
them, what he
yeah.
made them for.
And people are
everything
letting
you
their
thought
kids
in your
hear
mind
it.
about a song that he made was about some other shit.
Yeah.
And plus, people are letting their kids hear it. And like everybody, like we said, as far as society goes, everybody came into this at a different time. We a certain age. We grew up in the era of Wendy Williams. She had him on blast ever since the 90s. She had his brother on his show. They showed it on there. All his business was out there. But if my daughter, she probably doesn't know anything about it. You know what I mean? So people are telling their kids, playing the songs, putting them
Or
up
the
on
people
what's
too
going
that
on.
I blame because you're not supposed to victimize a victim. But I
Exactly.
do question some of the parents because
Absolutely.
it's like you already knew who he was, whether he was guilty or not. You wasn't protecting your daughter. Then you let this nigga get some guardianship over your daughter. Like
Right.
the whole shit is crazy. But everybody want fame, money, and all of that. So that's why they make it okay. Like you can be whatever as long as you have money, and people will act like what you.
But that's what I'm telling them.
Yeah.
But that was my point. At what point do you instill in your children? Because you're not going to always be there. You know, everybody's saying, if that was my daughter, I wouldn't. You can't even say that. Because, like I said, a lot of men, they say, well, if that was my daughter, but a lot of men don't even have custody of their daughter. I raised my daughter, and I didn't know when she was 24/7, when she was 14, because I had a job. So between school and me getting home from work, she could have went downtown to see R. Kelly like that girl did. But at the same time,
But I'm talking about the girl with the mother and the father. Once
Everybody
y'all
had
found
a-
out that
yes.
he took your daughter at
Yes.
17 and she was in some hotel, you ain't having no more discussion. You will wait till you fucking grown to deal with this nigga. Because the fact that he even did that to me was crazy. Like, without her mother, nobody know you got her this little girl in some hotel somewhere. I don't know how
and that
anybody
was,
would've
and that's
did
what I'm
that.
saying. Each scenario was different. That one was in 2015. So, all right, y'all, we out. We gonna go celebrate Caleb's birthday. Everybody's been chilling, and we've been out here talking to y'all. So we hope you
enjoyed it, Kim.
enjoyed this first episode.
Yeah, first one of the year. First of
Yeah,
many.
happy
My girl.
birthday.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate
and, we will see you guys next week.
Yes.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, connected to
Hey, I
What's
do
up,
want to
J-Bud?
say, you know, our last episode we had, I think it was our last. We had City on there.
Yeah.
He put up a picture. You know, he said
Yeah.
some things about Jermaine Dupri, but he was able to sit
Oh, yeah, he
down
met
with
with
Jermaine
him.
Dupri.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna
Had a
have him
conversation.
come
Shout
back
out to
soon.
City.
Yeah,
Shout out
Yeah.
to
out
City and
to
Attorney
City.
Griggs.
Yeah, shout out
That's
to
what's up.
it's City and Attorney Griggs both, right?
yeah.
So we're gonna try to
And
have
my
them
song.
on
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I saw
Oh,
that too.
yeah.
That's what's
shout
up.
So we're gonna they worked it out. So we're gonna talk to them again soon, I bet, and see what went on with that.
Yes.
So make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, CTDATL. Follow Mind of Solomon
Oh,
and
thank you.
Chocolate Girl Wonder, and also make sure you follow Innovative Black Station, their
Yes.
show about black business, and also Live Hip Hop Daily.
Yeah.
Peace.
Gotta take it easy.